Chicago, a guaranteed rate field. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Detroit Tigers going up against the Chicago White Sox. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaub. All right, partner, ready to go. Always a pleasure to get things started with you on opening day.
Well, Happy New Year, buddy. And anyone that's involved in baseball, even though it's not January 1st, this is the start of a new year. Every team has playoff hopes. I love this time of the year. I'm excited to get things going.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go. Getting the nod on the mound, Mike Soroka. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches, depending on how things are going and how things are working. But if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Now a chance for Akil Baddoo. That one fouled off. And here it comes. That one ripped. He dives, but can't hang on. That's a base hit. Into second safely. It's a leadoff double to start the game.
Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer. And he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Gio Urshela steps in. And that is cut on and missed. It's 0-1. The pitch. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. Baddoo around third. He's safe.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Here's Riley Green. Swing and a high fly ball to left. And Benintendi able to make the grab.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter.
And now the Tigers line up for manager A.J. Hinch. The challenge for him today, Siggy, elevating the baseball against this sinker baller that's on the mound.
Yeah, that's the challenge, but it also might affect the way they approach base running in this one, Boog. You get a runner on first, you anticipate trajectory down, and when the ball's in the dirt with a good secondary lead, you break for second. So whether it's a stolen base or not, you stay out of the double play, get that runner in a scoring position, and that can help you put more runs on the board.
BID, ball in dirt.
That is it. The second baseman, Colt Keith.
Digging in, Colt Keith, trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
No ball.
One run across in the frame so far here on opening day. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Urshela round second on his way to third. Coming home. He scores. It's 2-0. So he gets 2 milestones with that hit, his first big league knock, and he drives in his first run as well.
Yeah, you love to get both of those out of the way with just one swing of the bat, and it makes the special moment even more special. It's not just an individual accomplishment when you're also driving in a run for your team. That's an at-bat he's never going to forget.
And here's the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Robert moves under it. Drops into the glove. And that is that. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Tigers 2 and the White Sox coming to bat. Back here with my pal Siggy and today's starting pitcher, Alex Lang.
Leading off.
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA, and you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out, and not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound.
Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. Trailing by a couple of runs already, and I'm sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference with one swing and you really don't have the base runners on. You've got to contribute, keep the line moving, and all of a sudden you have a big inning, everything shifts and you find yourself in the driver's seat.
And it's fouled away. On the ground at first, Torkelson. He'll do it himself. And 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the veteran outfielder, Andrew Benintendi. And first offering is fouled off. The White Sox trailing by 2 here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Out to short, Ibanez. Sends it across the first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing here this half. We head to the second on the south side. It's the Tigers 2 and the White Sox nothing. Back here on the south side, here's Mark Canha. Soroka back to work. Ground ball left side. Fires over to first. 1 out in the second. Now it's the shortstop, Andy Ibanez. Pitch misses there. Ball 1. Soroka, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a slider, a four-seamer, a changeup, and occasionally uses a cutter. Ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Batting done.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
So digging in, Jake Rogers. Bounce to the left side, and he grabs it foul. The other way, fair ball. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
Just a flare down that right field line, and he got it to drop in fair. I guarantee you, he was yelling, get down, as he ran out of the box because, Boog, sometimes you just got to talk to it.
Akil Baddoo getting ready to hit. Doubled in his first AB. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. Rounds third, headed for the plate. 1 run is in. The relay to the plate. And he's out.
Bayswater did a great job of making that a close play at the plate with an excellent slide. Made the catcher work to get out there and put down the tag. The throw was on the money, and that's what made the difference. Big-time play to cut down a run.
Urshela to the plate. 1-for-1 with a single and a run scored so far. Bounced up the middle. Oh, a great grab on the dive. Fires to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
This guy's anticipation is off the charts. Don't see many shortstops better than that. Great job to complete the play and end the inning.
Bottom of the inning, and now it's Luis Robert.
The center.
And the pitch. That one to first, and that chance handle. Torkelson takes it to the bag. That's one out in the bottom of the second.
Batting fifth.
Andrew Vaughn now. He was late there. Strike one.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it. James Kingsley working the plate. Kingsley's pretty well respected around the league.
Yeah, when you talk to players, I think consistently he is one of the guys you hear compliments about. Players appreciate the job he does back there.
Yeah, and that's kind of all you can ask for, really, just a fair chance to go out and have success.
Parker Meadows, and he'll be the injury replacement, taking over third.
Number 22.
Here is Moncada.
Batting fifth. The third baseman, Yoan Moncada.
Ground ball left side, could be two. There's one. And it's a double play to end the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. We played two full. It's the Tigers 3 and the White Sox nothing. And we're back. Top half of the third inning, and now the right fielder, Riley Green.
Riley Green.
Line drive, come on. All right, who was the first White Sox player to hit for the cycle here at Guaranteed Rate Field?
Jose Valentin.
No.
Okay.
You want to try again?
Tim Anderson.
Chris, it was you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I knew that.
I know you did. Carpenter swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today.
So what do I remember about that day? I remember being in the zone. We were playing the Kansas City Royals and just felt like everyone was moving in slow motion and I was moving in real time. And it was very euphoric type of feeling and a night that I'll never forget.
The batter, the second baseman, Colt.
Man at first with one gone. Here's the second baseman, Colt Keith. That's ripped. Base hit. Lead runner around second, and they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
Boy, not bad for your first game in the show. 2 hits and 2 at-bats. He's thinking, man, there must be a higher lead. He's got to be feeling really good about the way his debut is going.
One away, runners at first and third. And up next for Detroit, Spencer Torkelson. Base hit and a run in to score. Throws to second, in there safely.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the ball straight to it. That's great work right there.
One down. Mark Canha up now for the Tigers. Down the line, it's a base hit. Keith headed for the plate. The throw in. It's offline. The run comes in.
Everything came together for him. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on the line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Runners on the corners with one gone. And the batter will be the shortstop, Andy Ibanez. On a line out towards center. Runner makes the play. Runner tags for home. Throw is offline, and he scores. It's 6-0.
The catcher, number 34,
Jake Rogers up now for the Tigers. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Up the middle, gets to it with a slide, and that's a nice play to end the inning. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Tigers 6 and the White Sox nothing. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Now it's the right fielder, Dominic Fletcher.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitter. And get quick outs.
The pitch. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Green makes the catch, and there's 1 down. Max Stassi comes up to hit.
The catcher,
Stassi measures 5 feet 10 inches, 33 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2009. And a foul ball. The White Sox with a lot of ground to make up here in the last half of the 3rd. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with the high fastball and then bury that curveball down low and get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Popped up left side under it. Nabs it, and that will end the inning. So they make short work of him there. 3 innings complete. Tigers 6 and the White Sox nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Akil Baddoo. Soroka back to work. And there's a foul ball.
Well, these Tigers doing a good job at the plate with runners on base, and that can be a key difference maker in the game. They put a bunch of runs on the board thanks in large part to 4 hits with runners in scoring position.
Stassi drifts towards it, and that's a foul ball.
On top of that, they haven't left many runners on base, so they've been efficient getting runners on and finding ways to bring them home.
That's towards center. 1 away. Parker Meadows up now for the Tigers. Came into the game on defense, so his first trip to the plate here. And that one fouled off. Kicks and fires. That one ripped right center field. That's back there. Up onto the patio and out of here. He goes deep in his first at bat off the bench. And they add a run. It's 7-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
And next to hit for Detroit, Riley Green. Ripped to third and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Foul ball there. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
0-2.
Light drive. And that'll do it. 1 in the inning, and it comes from a rather unlikely power source. It's now 7-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. So now it's the White Sox DH, Eloy Jimenez. On the ground to the left. And it's through for a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
First pitch swinging, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Time called as the pitching coach makes a visit to the mound. One reliever still getting loose out in the pen. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. 1 away.
That right there is one of those breaking balls that you swing through and you feel like you should have done something with it, or at least spoil.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Alex Lang is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. New pitcher for the Tigers, Miguel Diaz.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
And first offering is fouled off. Jimenez leads off first with 1 away. Fouled off left side. Up the middle and a base hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with 1 gone.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
On the ground, and that's just foul.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, but maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
On the ground, could be 2. Off balance feet, there's 1. Go to first, safe. And up next for Chicago, Andrew Vaughn. And he's already singled in this game. And there's the strike. Runners on first and third, 2 away. We're here at the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Righty to the plate. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Here is Yoan Moncada. He's 0 for 1. Up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. He doesn't have a play, and they don't get the out. Dominic Fletcher steps to the plate for the White Sox. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. So they get one, but end up leaving the bases loaded. We're headed to the fifth. It's the Tigers 7 and the White Sox 1. Back at Guaranteed Rate Field, ready now for the fifth inning. Now here is Colt Key. The right-hander back to work. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Makes the grab, one down.
Up next for the Tigers,
Mark Canha up now for the Tigers.
Mark Canha.
On the ground to third, finds its way through, base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. The throw in, and he's safe. So it's first and third with one down.
That's back-to-back singles for him. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
And next up for the Tigers, Andy Ibanez. Line drive, base hit. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's 8-1.
2 consecutive base hits for this team. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and lifted into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
On the ground, 2 ball. Off balance feet, there's one. But safe at first, it's a fielder's choice.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Next to hit, Akil Baddoo. That one hammered center field. Way back there. And that one is going to go. His first homer of the year, and they tack on to their lead. It's 11-1. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive. For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Base is empty with 2 away. Parker Meadows up now for the Tigers. In the air, left side. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here. A 3-run homer. Home half of the fifth coming up. It's Major League Baseball on the show. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now, Max Stassi. The wind of the pitch. Can't glove it cleanly. But the throw to first gets him easily. And that's the first out. Now it's Paul DeJong up to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. So that will bring up the top of the order with 1 away.
Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Pickoff throw. DeJong back in standing.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score the ball in the gap.
They don't come any quicker. 3 pitches. Top 6. Leading off, Riley Green. The line to kick the pitch. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Tigers, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Hammers that one, curling down the line and foul. Here comes a pitch. And there's a fly ball deep right field. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he's got a leadoff triple. So man aboard. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Kerry Carpet. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. In comes the runner from third, and it's 12-1.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Puts it away for the out. Takes it to the bag himself and doubles him off. And now the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson. Line drive, base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
And that one sliced foul. Torkelson leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Moncada. They get the force, and that is the inning. So it's 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Tigers 12 and the White Sox 1. Here on the south side, where we go bottom 6. Nicky Lopez up to the plate. Lopez goes 5 feet 11 inches, 29 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Meadows rolls across the diamond. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, he certainly didn't look comfortable or through on that play, and later in this ball game, this could come back to bite him if the ball is hit to him and he's playing that same position.
A base hit out of the left center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Luis Robert now. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. They get it in quickly. So first and second now, 1 out.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
Flips it behind his back. Misplay doesn't cost him. Inning over. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We're through 6 full. It's the Tigers 12 and the White Sox 1. Back here on the south side, we go to the top of the 7th. And now here is Andy Ibanez. There's a strike.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
Slings it across. 1 up, 1 down. Jake Rogers up now for the Tigers. That one the other way. That's a hit. And that turns the lineup over. And up next for Detroit, Akil Baddoo. That's a hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
A couple of singles back to back. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
And now the right fielder, Riley Green. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
There's a swing and a drive. That one's carrying. And he leaves the yard. Grand slam. His first homer of the year. It's 16-1. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Well, he comes through big time with the grand slam here, but you also got to give some credit to the guys ahead of him. Good at bats to get on base and really set the table for a very special moment in this one.
So 2 away with nobody on. Colt Keith up now for the Tigers. That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases. Relay throw to second, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the third baseman, Yoan Moncada. Diaz back to work. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-1's the count.
Hit in the air, left field. Canna hauls it in, and there's one away. So up next for Chicago, Dominic Fletcher. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball out to short. The throw to first. That's the second out. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Max Stassi. And first offering is fouled off. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Torkelson makes the catch, and that is the third. We're at the top of the eighth. Stepping in, Spencer Torkelson.
Spencer Torkelson.
On a line, base hit. Solo runner aboard to start the inning.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Right-hander kick steals. Ground ball left side, could be two. Over to Lopez, one. On the wall, two.
Well, almost any time you roll over and send a 2-ball to short at this level, you can pretty much count on a double play. Middle infielders are just so reliable, and they work on these plays all the time, so it almost becomes like second nature.
2 outs, base is empty. Headed down the line. Fletcher on the move towards the line. Can't get there. This one lands foul. That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. It's a double. Third hit of the night for him. Jake Rogers, the next to hit. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone. He sends it out of here. His first homer of the year. It's 18-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
And now the center fielder, Akil Baddoo.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. Home half of inning number 8 straight. And we're back. Bottom of the 8th. Now it's going to be Paul DeJong. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He circles the bases. It's 18-2.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. Clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
Eloy Jimenez now. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
No waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
And now on the ground to third. Sneaks through, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Hit on the ground might be 2. There's 1, and it's a double play.
That was a much-needed double play right there. It gives him a really good shot at minimizing any further damage in this inning.
Here's the center fielder, Luis Robert, 1 for 3. That one pushed foul. Bounced up the middle. Ibanez on the run, sends it over to first. And that'll keep more runs from coming in, inning over. But the White Sox get 1 on a homer. Through 8 full, you're dialed into the show. Back at Guaranteed Rate Field, all set to start the 9th in this one. At the plate, Parker Meadows on the ground to first, and he handles it himself for the out.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
This one popped up. DeJong settles under this one, and there's 2 down. 2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the DH, Kerry Carpenter. Ripped on a line to center. Robert brings it in. And that is that. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 5, 6, and 7 will lead things off in the bottom of the 9th. The Tigers lead it 18-2. Here on the south side, all set for the bottom of the 9th. And here's the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn. The wind of the pitch. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Baddoo on the move. And there's 1 down. He's 2 outs away. And next to hit for the Sox, Yoan Moncada. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Wow.
0-1's the count.
That's not even close to the zone.
Slow roller up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. Now only 1 out remaining.
Up next to the White Sox.
Now it's the right fielder, Dominic Fletcher. And first offering is fouled off. Ground ball, and this should do it. Keith on to first. Ball game. And the Tigers collect their first win of the season.
Well, I don't know what they did in the cage day or on the field for batting practice, but when you win by double digits, something is clicking. That batting coach feels pretty good about himself right now, but more so the players. They can't wait for the next one. Come back out, score, and get another W.
Well, this one ends in a blowout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 2 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Guaranteed Rate Field, 40,615. The White Sox thank you for attending and encourage you to buckle up and